making her delicious popcorn balls that are perfect combination of sweet and salty. Oh, Maria,
it
these are so
doesn't
good.
get much better than that. National Popcorn Day. And
right?
It's perfect timing because of all the movies this weekend on Hallmark Channel and all the movies on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Yes.
So it's the perfect time to make a bowl of popcorn and some popcorn balls and just kind of cozy up. It sounds like a perfect weekend for me.
It does, and I'll out you a little bit here. This is a recipe that you used to do with your mom.
Yes,
this is your mom's.
This is my mom's recipe. I have added a few things to make it a little bit more gourmet and fancy, and some really special.
Okay,
Yeah.
we get started. In a pot, we melt down our butter.
Yep, that's where we start. So
We're going to add some delicious ingredients like.
So first, I like to add some brown sugar. So the brown sugar is really, that's part of my mom's recipe. It's kind of a secret ingredient that I feel like you don't see a lot with popcorn balls because this makes it really caramely and kind of luxurious. It's something that you don't normally get in a traditional popcorn ball. So
you
want
get that little hint of caramel corn
yes.
in your very own home by adding a little brown sugar in there. I love that.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got the butter, we've got the brown sugar, and now the pièce de résistance.
The marshmallows.
That's right. That's French for marshmallows.
Yes, that's French for marshmallows. So just add the marshmallows in. I'll get corrected on that one, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a fancier French term for marshmallows.
Now, Maria, you're using the mini marshmallows.
Yes.
Why is that?
I use the mini marshmallows because as they melt down, I feel like you have a little bit more control. So I actually let them melt till they are not completely melted. And the reason being that when I add the popcorn in, you actually can have little bursts of marshmallows in there if you do that. So yeah, I don't like to let them melt down completely because
so you like to have just little pieces. So is that when you know that it's melted enough? When you see those mini marshmallows melted down, just a little pieces that.
And there's just like exactly, there's just a little bit. And the thing about mini marshmallows too is after you add the popcorn in, you could always add a few more of the minis in there, and that kind of gives you that extra little bite of the marshmallow too, if you're a marshmallow lover like me and Cameron.
How long does it usually take to melt those down, sir?
Oh, not very long, just kind of a few minutes. You can see here that they're starting to come together, and so you see the brown sugar. What you really want is to do it like this, because then the brown sugar is going to melt down. You don't want it to be grainy. So
that is ridiculous already, people.
I mean, it's beautiful. And what I do here, I'm actually going to bring this over to you right over there, Cameron.
So it's almost all the way melted down.
Almost all the way melted down.
Then you take it off the heat.
Yes.
And we add the rest of our ingredients here, including, of course, popcorn.
Yes. So what I do over here,
because that's all hot. Everybody.
It's very, very hot. So what I'm doing here, now that it's off the heat, I add the vanilla.
Yes.
The reason you add the vanilla extract off the heat is because a lot of vanilla extracts are alcohol-based, and anytime you're in an open flame, you don't want to have any kind of alcohol, but you can smell that. You smell that instant. Anytime you add vanilla, it adds that sort of gourmet taste that you can't really get from anything else. So you see how beautiful and quickly that happens? And I have my little jewels of marshmallow in there. And what I do now is just add the popcorn
keep stirring while you're doing that.
Oh, well, look at that.
See, that way I feel like I'm involved.
You are super involved.
Okay. Marshmallows, butter, brown sugar, a little vanilla. It's all good. I'll let you take over.
Okay, well, actually, why don't you you're doing a wonderful job.
Okay, good.
Now, we want to make this really fun. This National Popcorn Day has to be special. So we're adding in some sprinkles.
Some sprinkles.
And it's great to have a Cameron around or someone equally as talented because they can stir the popcorn while you add the sprinkles in. Like you can see here, and this is just, look how much fun this is. And you could do this for a birthday party. You could do this for anything. My mom and I always did this for Christmas and put them with our little cookie boxes, and it's something really fun for kids. My son, my nephews, all of them, and my father-in-law, all gravitate towards the popcorn balls. And add as many sprinkles as you like.
So when can you start actually forming the balls themselves? I mean, it's still pretty hot, right? At this
point? It is pretty hot. So I'm going to grab this one here. This one's cooled. So basically what you want to do is you want it to be cool to touch. So you know what, Cameron? Why don't we move this guy over here?
Okay.
Okay. So you want it to be cool so that you can actually touch it. So what I do is I put some cooking spray on my hands.
Come on.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
You're committed now.
I am. I'm in.
Cooking spray. All right. So we do this, and Cameron, I will hand this to you. Look at, see how easy it is to form this? So you can also use butter all over your hands too, but you see how easy it is to mold when you do this.
This is fun.
It's super fun. And so this is something that if it's cool enough, you can have your kids do this as well. Also something that is, yes, your hands are gonna get sticky, and then you just take a couple bites.
Yeah, you shape some, you eat some.
And your hands will get sticky, and when they continue to get sticky, just grab some more of the cooking spray.
Okay, now, we're not done yet. Because I talked about the sweet and the salty, right? So at this point, once they've cooled down a little bit, we add a little bit of sea salt.
Okay, so this is my last sort of gourmet touch that I really wanted to add to make them extra fancy. So this little touch of sea salt really brings out, it's sort of almost, you know, caramel corn?
Yes.
It almost makes it taste like caramel corn that you get at the fairs, but this is a gourmet version. So you have the vanilla, you have this crunch from the salt, and it adds just sort of that depth of flavor. And it's one of those things where it doesn't taste salty necessarily, but it makes everything kind of taste better.
Ooey, gooey
You want some salt?
goodness.
Here.
Yeah, take a little...
You just go in for it.
I am going for it. A little sea salt on that, Maria. This is going to make everybody's... you
You need more cooking spray on your hands, or butter.
We're looking about, but the cooking spray is a little bit much, everybody. But yes, you're going to get a little bit messy, but that means it's going to be super tasty. Thank you so much, Maria, for this. And my kids also thank you, because this is going to happen in the Matheson household this weekend. Full recipe. Visit HallmarkChannel.com. And I got a feeling that we're going to need a lot more of these for all the movies that we've got this weekend, right? It's going to take us a while. So I'm going to keep working in the kitchen here with Maria while Debbie sits down with the stars of the exciting new Hallmark Movies and Mystery series, Ruby Herring. I'm talking about Taylor Cole and Sean Christian. They are here. Come on back.